What's going on, team? This is Jimmy Roberts with Renaissance Appraisal, and I am happy to be back. I know I've been off base for a little while, but let me tell you, it has been an amazing ride. I got the great opportunity to go and watch my daughter and her team compete down at the National Run for the Roses basketball tournament in Kentucky. Had a great time, and they did okay. They did okay. We still got a little bit of work to do, as we prepare for our other tournaments coming up in the end throughout this month, and I'm sure they're going to get it done. But like I said, it was an amazing time, and I am so fortunate to have that opportunity. But as you already know, because I wasn't around and I'm not really into posting about other people's kids or without their permission and whatnot, uh, I decided to put a kibosh on the Facebook Lives for a minute. But the good news is I am back. And let me tell you what I came back to. On my way back, I was talking to my office manager, and she tells me, she says, Jimmy, I got a call from one of our recent reports that we did, one of the homeowners, one of the buyers. And the message went something like this: "You're killing me. You're costing me thousands of dollars on a deal. You did this." And what's funny about that is, as you can tell by the title, this one's going to be a little edgy. I was reminded of a phrase, and I don't remember where this came from, but the phrase really comes down to this: if you want a dog, if you want a friend, get a dog. And that's true, because in this particular profession, somebody's always going to be pissed at you. It's just the way it is. No matter what you do, no matter how you do it, no matter how you say it, the best you can do is try to mitigate some of that and try to make people feel a little bit better. But ultimately, there's going to be somebody that's probably not going to be upset at you. And here's kind of why. As an appraiser, and I think we lose sight of this, but as an appraiser, my job is to be the eyes and ears representative of the lender. Okay, I'm going to repeat that. My job is to be the eyes and ears representative of the lender or client, and in most cases, it's a lender, for a real estate transaction. Okay, remember, there's typically three parties in a transaction. You have the buyer, that's usually represented by a real estate agent. You have the seller, which is usually represented by another agent, by another real estate agent. Sometimes it's the same. Then you have the lender. Now, why is as I said, those first two are usually represented by some other professional, somebody who to look out for their best interests. And those are usually real estate agents or attorneys. Okay. But the lender, the one who's actually putting up the money, the one who's actually risking everything, at least in our American system here, they've got nobody to represent them other than the appraiser. Now, as a lender's representative, I understand that the lender is in the business of loaning money. That's how they make their money, right? But at the same time, they also want to make sure that they mitigate the risk. They don't want to just make loans on bad deals. Just because somebody runs up to you and says, "Hey, give me $10," that doesn't mean you're always going to give them $10. You want to find out, first off, you got to figure out who that person is. You got to make sure that if they're giving you some collateral, that collateral is actually makes sense and is actually worth at least $10, because you want to get your money back. Well, that's the role that the appraiser serves, and we have to always remember that. And I know sometimes we forget, and by we I mean real estate agents and home sellers or home buyers. They forget that we are there to represent the lender. Okay, we don't go, as appraisers, we don't go out of our way to kill deals or to put together deals. To be quite honest, it's more work for an appraiser to say that a property doesn't meet whatever contract price that the buyer and seller have agreed upon than it is to just go ahead and rubber stamp it and let it go. But if we did that, we would not be doing our jobs, plain and simple. So I just wanted to so since that's one of the first things that hit me as I came back into the office, or came back preparing to come back into the office today, I wanted to make sure I shared that with you guys. I get it. Real estate transactions are really important. When we talked about that previously, are really important for a lot of different reasons. But the one person or the one group of people that are involved in the transaction that really have no dog in the fight one way or the other, they're probably the most impartial people in the transaction at all, are the real estate appraisers. So just remember that before you decide that you're going to go off on them and tell them how horrible people they are and all that other stuff. You know, they are there to represent the lender. They're not there to rubber stamp your bad deal, plain and simple. So if you have any questions, and I'm sure you are, please put them in the comments. I would love to see them. And hey, we're here to help. Talk to you later.